Hello everyone, welcome to another video on programming with a purpose. First look at the demo and then I'm going to discuss the code related to this demo, that how I've built this app. So this is a map module which is going to show you an interactive weather update whenever you click on any location. So there is some weather related instructions on each of the weather card. You can hear the sound of wind and raining and basically birds chirping on a sunny day. These cards are also draggable across the screen. So I have created this app with almost an hour of effort because I was not sure what I exactly wanted. So I've tried and tested different things. So I'm going to go through the code to explain you how I built this app with AI. I have used the Codex version, which is free, uh, which is basically the ChatGPT one. I've used the interactive version. So basically, first look at the weather city, which is a model that is going to store all of this information regarding a city. It has a temperature, condition, details, humidity, wind speed, and asset names, whatever images are attached to it. And this is the actual data. So this data is static. You can obviously fetch this data using a weather API that I have used in one of my previous videos. So after that, you can see there are other type of data structs as well. You can use as many as you want to structure your data and to provide values to your UI. But in a real world application, obviously, we are going to fetch that data from the server or different APIs. So you can see here, there is a file named weather soundscape, which has created some artificial sounds. I have not used any of the sound file, but in an actual application, you would be using the sound files. So Pixabay and other websites do provide free samples. You just have to either buy a license or provide attribution to the assets that you have used from that website. So now with the weather card, that is basically the main character of our app. So it has these different things. You can see here that we are starting here a soundscape. And on the change of a city.id, we are updating a theme, which is basically the UI elements of a weather card. You can see here the card body and background layers. In the background layers, we have added a liquid blob to bring it to life, basically. Then we have a rain layer. We have a theme atmosphere, which is the background. And then we have created a canvas over it with some points. So after that, there is a content. In the content, you can see here we have a header, a city temperature, details, safety tips, strips, and metrics. All of this is adjusted into the UI in a VStack. You can see here clearly. I'm going to show you here one by one. So header is basically a city name and the overall condition. Then there is a sound button to play or pause a sound. Then there is a safety tips strip that is going to give you certain instructions to protect yourself from adverse weather conditions. Then there are certain metrics, for example, wind speed and humidity. Then there is a theme atmosphere, which is basically depending on the three type of weathers. It is either sunny or it's raining or cloudy or windy, whatever it depends on. Create a view there. So for a sunny atmosphere, we have created a sun-like effect using pure SwiftUI. I have used these some assets from Vectizy and FreePic, I guess. So you can download all of these free assets from there and attribute those inside your app. So after that, we have a rain layer. Rain layer is basically just, some capsules or some lines that are drawn at random positions. So first we move the drawing point to a certain location and then we add a line there. So this is how it's being drawn on the screen. And we have kept its location and its length a little bit of a random value. so that it looks real. You can obviously use droplets and animate rain using that, or you can use some other animation like from Lottie files to simply load rain animation there. So basically, I just wanted to create an interactive weather layout. It is a very common kind of an app that is built using SwiftUI. And at the end of the video, I'm going to show you how you can use it to create different kind of basically apps with different ideas using AI. So you can see here, we also have this on tap functionality where we can basically weather annotation. When we click on it, the weather card appears. So this is the weather annotation icon. It depends on the type of weather. So if it's sunny, we are going to see a sun. If it's cloudy, we are going to see the clouds. So we have been through weather city data and weather card. Now we are going to see the weather map view, which is going to be containing the map container that we have created along with the dragging functionality that we can apply to the weather card. So you can see here the code is pretty well written. There are certain kind of issues when you're writing a code with an AI. For example, you need to provide it certain set of instructions like creating a constants file, and you can basically force it not to use the constant values and constant strings inside the UI. So you can provide it using a localizable.strings file and other constant files from where you can easily change those values. And basically you need to structure the code more. But since this is a normal code, we do not need much of a structure. So basically, you can build a lot of things using this idea. You can um, create an app that is going to help tourists to locate certain attractions inside your map. Obviously, we have Google Maps for that, but you can create a refined version with, certain videos and pictures of certain locations, certain reviews. Then that needs to be basically be community run. You can add certain real-time updates of a certain location. For example, it's closed, open, if there are any security concerns around that area. You can also use basically this kind of information inside a travel app. For example, if you are scheduling a flight from one place to another, you can pop up certain information for users that will make it easier for them to book certain flights on certain dates. You can also write certain agents that are going to help you to provide information that is going to help the users to create a certain kind of a schedule, or can force them or stop them from visiting an area under certain dates. You can also create a certain type of an app where you can access, for example, if someone is interested in visiting the historical sites, so you can create a different type of filters on it where you can show only that places and information related to that places. So you can create a very cool localized version of an app that is going to help you to understand, or basically get information about a certain area. So this is just a weather uh, basically UI, but it can be used in multiple ways to understand an area or a place if you're especially visiting for the first time. So let me know in the comment section if you have any issues and concerns. I'm going to update this code on Patreon. You can basically access this code from there. If there are any concerns, you can let me know in the comment section. I would really want to do a live stream in the coming weeks where I'm going to discuss how we are going to write the prompts and how we can basically better organize this code if we want to build a massive app on it. Since AI has made a lot of things easier, so we need to basically use it to implement all of our wild ideas that are being, kept in your to-do list for a longer period of time. So it's the time to create apps and bring your ideas to life. So if you have, any idea related to this kind of an app that I've just shown you, do let me know in the comment section. And if there are any concerns, queries, do let me know also. Also, I have changed the format of the videos now. So basically, I'll be creating a UI using AI, and then I'll be showing you different modules or explain certain things, because nobody is writing the code from scratch now, depending on, the subscriptions or the access you have to the AI. So if you need any in-depth basically training on a certain module of iOS, do let me know that as well. But I'll be basically discussing the code in my upcoming videos whenever I'm going to create one. So this is all for this video. Thanks for watching.